who don't want to repent and come back. Right? So back to Obadiah. I'll just read a few more in Obadiah. More scriptures. As I say, I'm just freestyling. Whatever come to my head, you know. Right. Yeah. I will jump to verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Yeah. Shame will cover you because why? You will come. These low-level Edomites, well, they can't understand. Some of them know it. Some of them know it. When I say some of them know it, some of them know that slavery is coming back for them because the scripture says, "Who that lead, he will lead it into captivity shall go into captivity." Right? They led us into captivity. So it's when you write that they go into captivity, they go back into slavery because slavery is coming back to the so-called white man. Right? Right? For a shame, so shame is going to cover them. A lot of them the shame right now. When they see us come, when they see us on the streets and see us prophesying against them, the shame, there will be shame. The shame of all the wickedness that they've done unto us, we bring it forth unto them. You know, we let them know. Alright? Verse 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them, right? And that was going back to the Babylonian captivity, right? Because when the Babylonians was taking us into captivity, they was there. They was there cheering on the Babylonians. You know, they was the one who was cheering on the Babylonians to burn down the temple. Right? So, the Father remember all these things. All these things. Unlike you wicked Christians who just say that slavery was the past, we had to forget about that. But the Father remember the past. Look, the Father showing it here. Look how long that was and he still remember it. So you so-called white people have a judgment to get. You will have a judgment to get. Right? And the thing about it is a lot of you niggas want to hold on to the so-called white man after all that they do to all you. All that they do to all you, all they still want to hold on to the so-called white man. All they still want to be friends with the so-called white man. Still want to love the so-called white man. Still want to try to save the so-called white man. When Obadiah 1:18 telling you, on the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall be any remaining of the house of Esau. It will not no more so-called white people upon the face of the earth. So how the fuck you want to try to save these people, right? How? Why? The Father say he hate Esau. Why you want to love what he hate? This is what will happen to all the two-third niggas who want to continue dealing with the so-called white man. I'm going to show you what will happen. Isaiah 13 and 15. A matter of fact, I will start from 14. Isaiah 13, 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his land. Yeah, because when that race was to take place, a lot of these other nations, they are going to to go back to their own country. Right? Because resource is going to come. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Right? Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So when that race was started to take place and these so-called white people see hand in hand with one of them, they're going to put you to death. The Father is going to put the Spirit upon them to put you to death. Right? Because the scripture says, though hand join in hand, the wicked is not going to go unpunished. Likewise, the so-called Negro, these other two-third niggers, when that race was started to take place, when they see you hand in hand with the enemy, the so-called white man, what you feel is going to happen to you? They're going to put you to death. Let me continue. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces, but before their eyes. Yeah. You're going to see your own children being put to death. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. That is what coming to you niggas who want to hold hand in hand. Who want to join hand in hand with these so-called white people. Because the scripture says when you go to Ecclesiasticus 12. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. Hear what the scripture telling you. Hear what the Father telling you. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Yeah. Don't trust these so-called white people. Because iron does all this rust. They could do what with iron? Try to protect iron. How it does rust. It will rust. It will come to rust. So just as how iron does rust, it's the same thing with these so-called white man. They are wicked. They are the wicked. Right? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yeah? Do he come? I'm your brother. I'm your brother. We are all one in Jesus Christ. Right? Do he humble himself and give handouts? Yeah? Give food stamps. The sellout nigga who may be good in sports. Right? And they offer you scholarships and whatnot. Say they're doing good things to your charity. Say they're giving a charity. You know, with the Red Cross and all these bag of bullshit. Right? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Right? Don't matter how nice and humble he try to come at you. Take heed. Beware of him. Watch your surroundings. Be circumspect. When you go into the word circumspect, right? Let me go into the word circumspect. Circumspect, cautious, wary, careful. You have to be careful when you're around the so-called white man. Right? Chary, guarded. Always keep your guard on. Right? Where you get the word circumference. Circumference is all what are around here. You understand? Spec. Be circumspect. Right? Discreet, watchful, alert. Right? Spec, you're very skeptical. Spec, you're alert. Right? Be circumspect, alert, attentive, heedful, vigilant, observant. Be very observant amongst the so-called white people, because they do not love you. They will pretend to love you because they have an agenda against you. If I want to kill you, if a boy want to kill our next boy, well, there's only dumbass niggas will still tell our boy, I will kill you. But really and truly, the so-called white man, if they want to kill you, then they are not going to tell you them coming to kill you, you know. They will play nice and sweet and very subtle with you until they get the opportunity to put you to death. Right? Prudent, judicious, canny, politic. But I said circumspect. I said, right? Right? Beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass. This is how you're going to be like. This is how you're supposed to be amongst the white man. Right? And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Yeah. Like when you look through that looking glass, you make sure and wipe that looking glass. Because he no matter how nice he come to you, he will be with you sweet for years upon years. That's my brother. That's my brother, man. That they will tell you my best friend is a so-called black man. Right? But when you really dig deep into that so-called white man, you will see that he have a wicked fucking agenda for you. Right? Because what they have for we? Go up and look on Project Megiddo and King Alfred plan and all these things. That is what they have for you. Martial law they have for you, because martial law coming to Trinidad too. The RFI, the trippers, the marker, the beast coming down here too. And a lot of you niggas is going to run and take that mark of the beast willfully. Because you're so stupid to trust the white man. Right? And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee. Right? Set him not by thee. Don't have him near you. Don't have the so-called white man near you. Least when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Yeah. And that is what go on with us when they read the book of Maccabees. You understand? We having dealings with these so-called white people and whatnot. And what they do, they having plans to, they're dealing with we good, but behind closed doors, amongst themselves, they're making plans to overthrow we. And that is what they do. They make the plan to overthrow we and what? They set in we place, they have our land and claiming to be us, thief, we identity, and give we all kind of nonsense to call ourselves by, and they claiming to be us. They set themselves in our place. Right? Neither let him sit at thy right hand. Do even have him next to you. Do even have him as your right hand man. Right? Least he seek to take thy seat. Yeah. Least he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and he be pricked therewith. Right? He will always try to conquer you. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Yeah. You understand? Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Right? Because that is what it is. The wise like a serpent. Right? The wise like a serpent. That is why the scripture concerns the serpent race. Right? The serpent nation, Salakia. Or or any such as come nigh wild beasts. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity, yeah. We're not going to pity you two-third niggas who want to be amongst them and do as what they're doing. Right? We the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, we're not going to pity all you when martial law come about and all getting put to death. We're not going to pity all you. A matter of fact, we want to see two-thirds of all. We really and truly want to live to see two-thirds of all being put to death, thus says the Lord. That is what the true men of the Lord want to see. Right? For a while he will abide with thee. Right? For a while he will abide with you. Because when you go into the book of Psalm, I will connect this. A matter of fact, let me get it. For a while he will abide with thee. Right? For a while the so-called white man will abide with you. He will get along with you for a while. Because this is what went on here with the Caribs and the Arawaks. They learn the hard way concerning the so-called white man. The Native Americans, they learn the hard way. Let's see how quick I could get. Yeah. This is the book of Psalms 55. Psalms 55 verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Yeah. Because when he came to the Americas, the natives and them, they were at peace with him. They were dealing with him peacefully. Very peacefully they was dealing with the so-called white man. And what the so-called white man do? He killed them out. Put them to death. Take the land. Put them on reservations. Right? He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant here, because over 500 peace treaties they made with the so-called Native Americans, and what they do, they break each and every fucking one. Each and every one. Each and every one they break. Verse 21. Right? There's the point again to what here. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Yeah. We are your friends. We want to see good for you. We want to help your community. We want to help your country. We want to bring forth aid to you. You know? We want to fly in aid to you, into your country and all these things. Right? The words of his mouth were sweeter than butter. Was smoother than butter, Salakia. But war was in his heart. You understand? And the natives and them, they learned that the hard way. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah. No matter how nice, they talk nice to the natives and them. But what they do? They draw the sword. Christopher Columbus in his last letter on his deathbed, where he say he wants to be remembered. He wants to be remembered as a man who has never put down his sword, not even for one day. That is how he wants to be remembered. Because what happened? They came and moved nice with the natives and them. The natives and them showed them how to bathe, because when them never used to bathe and all these things and keep themselves clean. You know? We teach them how to hunt, we teach them how to survive the winter. All these things. But what to do? Right? So as the scripture say, for a while, I went back to Ecclesiasticus 12, I reach verse 15. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Yeah. For a while he will abide with you and be with you, you know, and whatnot. But as soon as the so-called white man seeing, well, you know, you're losing your power, where you looking to go? You're looking to take that opportunity to overthrow you. to help speed up the process of overthrowing you. Right? An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to. Let me read it over again and slowly. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. The so-called white man will speak very nice to you, but in his heart, in his mind, in his fucking mind, in his mind, right? In his heart, he imagined how to overthrow thee into a pit. In him fucking mind, he making sure and think how to fucking overthrow you, boy, and bring you down to the lowest low. And that is what he did to us. And that is what he continue doing to us. That is why they had the prison systems. That is why they had the judicial systems. They always come with a plan, conjure up with a plan, how we can keep these niggas down. How we can keep these niggas as fucking niggas. They come with the hip-hop, hip-hop was established in our community, but what they do, they give us a platform to use it and corrupt it. You understand? So man can glorify selling drugs, man can glorify having guns on the block. You know? And you dumb niggas falling for it and coming out on the street with your guns, selling your drugs, all these things. For what? For the so-called white man now to come and lock you the fuck up. Have you any people? Have you in their hotel, right? And be coming as even and being free labor to them. Because when they don't fight to alleviate crime. No, crime is a business for them. Because if it didn't have no crime, it would not have no lawyers, no judges, no police. Right? Crime is a business. They need crime and they need the niggas to perpetrate the crime. So we would always be free labor for them. Right? So I read in over 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes. But if he find up here, he will weep with his eyes. He will feel sorry for you. He will pretend he feels sorry for you. Right? But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Right? If he find an opportunity to put you to death, you and your people to death, just to get that power, he will do it. Because that is how fucking vile the so-called white man is. Verse 17. If adversity, are we going to the word adversity? Are we going to the word adversity? Adversity, right? So you say, if adversity come upon thee, right? If adversity, when you go into the word adversity, misfortune, ill luck, bad luck, trouble, difficulty, hardship, distress, disaster, right? Misadventure, suffering, affliction, sorrow, misery, heartbreak, heartache, tribulation, war. The word war means destruction, right? Pain, trauma, torment, torture, mishap, stroke of ill luck, right? Catastrophe, tragedy, calamity, trial, burden. If all that come under adversity, if these things come upon you, right? Let me see what we go on. Now we see what going with you and the so-called white man, you two-third niggers. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find them there first. You'll be the first to be there, to come to say you helping you, giving you aid. Right? Like for instance at Haiti, right? My tribe, the so-called Haitians and then the tribe of Levi. Right? When the earthquake that take place back in 2010, they were the first to come and give us aid, the so-called white man. All these nations and them, they say they're donating. Haiti had got something like, wow, maybe over $200 million worth of aid. Right? Where all that money went? Where all that money went? The people still living in tents. Right? The people still living in tents, still in poverty, still in hardship. But then they had to go on with them too because they like freaking voodoo. So they had to pay for the deeds. Right? If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find them there first. Right? And he naturally, a matter of fact, that is something for another time. Right? And though he pretend to help thee, he will pretend to help you. That is so-called white man. He will pretend to help you. Right? Yet shall he undermine thee. And that is what going on with Haiti. He came into the come with all the so-called aid and whatnot, all the money and whatnot, and pretend to help we. They pretend to help we. Right? And what they do, they take all the money for themselves. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much. Right? Talk behind your back. Watch out these niggers. Watch out these niggers. We just help these niggers. And these niggers doesn't want nothing good for themselves and whatnot. They want to just talk amongst themselves. Right? These niggers too ungrateful. As the scripture says, they speak loftily of oppression, right? Because they don't care, right? And change his countenance. When you go into the word countenance, his appearance, his way how he sees his outlook and how he look towards us, right? So you niggas had to fucking wake up, Jed. You niggas had to wake up. Because just yesterday, Russia, to show you how the truth out and to show you the so-called white man they know who he is and putting it in front of your face that we is the people of the book, we is the true children, we is the chosen people of the Lord, us so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, Caribs, Arawaks, Amerindians, Seminole Indians, we are the people that make up the 12 tribes of Israel through prophecy. To show you how they know it, they made up a song that how they're going to destroy America with thermal nuclear missiles. And what they say, these niggas are asleep. They literally say these niggas are asleep because why? They know the truth. If the Russians could say it, right? But the thing about it is, our people, they're so stupid. They would never listen to when people telling them the truth. But you know, if a so-called white man had them in a class saying and showing them the truth, they will sit down attentively and listen. But sad be all the portion in that day. That is all I have to say. Sad be all the portion. Right? But anyhow, I'm looking to lock off this video here. I hope you was edified. You know, the ones who will be listening to this and taking in this, you know, I could bring out more. But you know how it go. Alright? I'll make a next video live on my channel itself, because this video will be going up on the Cant channel. Alright? Hope you all are edified. As I say, the time coming near, very, 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 very near than what we think it is, than we believe. You know? This will go on for forever. To the faithful ones, to the hopeful elect, you know, because this here is only for the elect. This here is not for the masses. Right? This here is not for the Christmas celebration, the Christmas celebrators, the church goers. the Easter celebrators, the carnival celebrators who love to carnival and all these things. Right? There is not for them. There is for the ones who fear, who first and foremost fear the Lord, who first and foremost fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and have trust and faith and belief in Him, and put in everything in Him. Who sees, yeah, you know what I mean? This here is not for the pork eaters who love to eat pork and all abominable food, shrimp and lobster and all these things. Right? This here is for the hopeful elect, as I say. Because that is all the Father coming for His elect. Because this year is not going to be like the first Exodus where you take all our way out of Egypt. Right? The Father is going to purge this fucking nation, boy. He's going to purge we. Put a lot of we to death. Even I and all, if I play stupid, if you I ain't gonna be put, not just because I in front of a camera here and playing up videos, that don't mean I save. Right? Even I and all. Likewise, you said the brothers in the camp, others always say it. Not just because we're in front of a video and playing up videos, that don't mean, well, you know, everything is everything with me. A lot of us is going to be put to death. And all they go see it. And when that time comes, then all they go want to see all they run and comment to us, the men of the Lord, to teach all you, but all they's going to get a big fat no. Because when that time was there, when the time was open, all they didn't wanted that. All they want the world, all they love the world. So here what? Die with the fucking world. Right? Die with the world. So with that, I'm looking to end it off there. You know, and I give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakadash Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakadash. And double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, you know, who teach us the truth. You know, double honors to the Elder Bakar, double honors unto Elder Apostle, Elder Apostle Bakar and Elder Apostle Malkama, Elder Apostle Manatazak, you know. Double honors unto these apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, you know, and teach us the truth and sincerity. Double citations unto the brothers preaching the truth through the four corners of the earth, on the highways and the byways, as instructed too. You know, to come out on the highways and the byways, not in no churches, coming out on the streets and prophesy and make everybody a living sacrifice. You understand? And taking that scoffing and that scorn from two-third niggas of we own people who don't want to hear. You know, we taking that persecution because we know the persecution coming even more dread. Right? And peace and blessings to the sincere sisters